The best projectors are a far cry from the boxy, incredibly expensive juggernauts of yore. In fact, today you can pick up a decent 1080p projector for gaming with just a couple $100. Of course, there are plenty of factors deciding which is the best projector for you, so we're rounding up all our favorites across a range of use cases right here. Not only do you need to find the best projector specs for your needs, but you'll also need to think about the surface you're projecting onto. You might need a screen for the perfect picture, but with high-end units, you'd be hard-pressed to notice any issues if you're projecting onto a white wall. Though in all honesty, you are best served to peruse the best projector screen and best outdoor projector screen markets to ensure you have the right gear for your projected images. To help you find the right model, we've listed the top 7 4K projector and their key features, plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you. And as always, you can check pricing for any of these products in the description below. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's get started. Number 7. Acer Predator GD711. The Acer Predator GD711 combines variable refresh rates with 4K picture and low input lag, making it the best projector for gaming overall. It's certainly not as pricey as other 4K options out there to boot design. Acer putting their Predator branding and the classic spiky black textured look on this unit tells us a story. This is a projector aimed squarely at gamers. It's not a subtle device, and its size means it refuses to be tucked neatly away. But if you've got a bracket sturdy enough or you're giving it pride of place on the shelf, it'll still look great in a gaming setup. Features. There's an ultra-fast refresh rate of up to 240 Hz in 1080p for PC, 120 Hz at 1080p for consoles, and minimal input lag, which we found makes this ideal for huge screen gaming. Finally, a competitor to the BenQ X1300i for dedicated gaming projectors. Number 6. The Vanvo L6200 is a more reasonably priced 1080p gaming projector with a range of connection options and all the features you'd need on a day-to-day basis. It's not going to compete with more established models, but if you're after a cheaper alternative, it's a solid prospect design. The Vanvo is particularly stylish for the price, with a smart-looking case to make carrying around the light unit even easier. The only drawback is that the capacitive controls on top of the unit can be a little fiddly, so don't lose the remote. This is a simple aesthetic though, with a silver chassis and black grills running across a compact device. Features. The digital keystumming tool on the back is a nice touch, and the ability to alter this horizontally as well as vertically makes it easier to set up in locations others might struggle with. Very useful as many gardens don't have that perfect spot for a projector. The speaker is also more than passable if you don't want to lug out a sound system every time you use it. Though if you're after a solid listening experience, we'd recommend hooking up an external source. This is a weaker setup with very little bass to it. Menus are simple, but don't take much thought to navigate, perfect for an easy setup. Number 5. BenQ TK700. The Asus model at the top of this list is a 4K projector, but the BenQ TK700 is our favorite 4K lens overall. BenQ claims their 2022 range means that gamers need no longer have to choose between 4K graphics and the smoothest gameplay, and the TK700 proves this is no mere boast. Design. BenQ TK700 is relatively unassuming in its aesthetic. The white top is surrounded by a silver panel housing the lens itself and ventilation grills. Those grills are necessary as well, as this thing can run hot. Your usual controls are located towards the rear of the device, with a separate remote for easy fiddling, and you also got a selection of screws to tilt and angle the projector for the perfect viewing experience. Features. The TK700 delivers an incredibly sharp 4K picture, with a mere 16 milliseconds of input lag at a refresh rate of 60 Hz. This is a major breakthrough for the best projector for gaming market, as up until now getting that level of low input lag has usually meant switching to 1080p or to a monitor. Balancing speed and UHD resolution is at the heart of this device, taking aim at competitive players. Elsewhere, you've got 2 HDMI slots and a 3.5mm audio out to take advantage of, though the zoom and focus options are manual. Number 4. BenQ X1300i. A home projector for gaming if ever there was one. The BenQ X1300i impressed us straight with its offering of a mere 8 milliseconds of input lag and a refresh rate of up to 120 Hz. This is in line with gaming monitors and far ahead of the vast majority of standard projectors. Design. The X1300 300i much taller than most projectors, although this means its footprint on a shelf is small. If, however, you plan on using a bracket to secure your projector to the ceiling, this thing is going to hang low. White plastic covers the whole device, save for a front panel with the lens and a fun orange trim. It's a slick design that will fit with a range of setups nicely. Features: with a 120 Hz refresh rate, the X1300i is speedy by projector standards and offers 8 milliseconds input lag for a decently responsive experience. There's an odd practical annoyance. Rather than being integrated, the Android interface is included on a dongle that needs to be installed. You'll only need to do it once, but it is annoying. And there is the usual issue of Netflix and other apps not being approved for use on this and requiring another media source. Number 3. BenQ X3000i. The BenQ X3000i offers 4K gameplay with 60 milliseconds input lag at 60 Hz, with the ability to go as low as 4 milliseconds input lag, with some sacrifices to other image settings. They've also thought in depth about not just the needs of gamers all round, but different types of gamers. Design. The height of the unit makes it bulky, but really this is quite a minor complaint, and there's a lot of technology to cram in. As is typical of the brand's devices, you'll find a white box with a black front and an orange trim running throughout. It's a subtle but still impressive design that will sit nicely within a range of different decor aesthetics. However, the sheer size means it's not one for those working with a smaller space. Features. The X3000i is one of the best projectors in all categories, but particularly for gamers, and particularly for role-playing gamers, players who want to be truly immersed in the amazing worlds of AAA titles. The key to this is BenQ's cinematic color system, which offers incredible color reproduction. The depth of color is astonishing, with incredibly rich reds, blues, and greens on the landscapes of next-gen games. There's also built-in streaming through an integrated Android dongle, but as usual, there are key apps missing. Number 2. BenQ TH671ST. We know that one of the first things which could put you off getting a projector is a room too narrow for it. But short-throw projectors give wall-filling pictures even in tight spaces, and in our testing, the BenQ TH671ST proved that you can get a massive 100-inch projection size at just 1.5 meters from the surface, enabling us to turn a cozy living room into a full cinema experience. Design. The TH671ST takes a different approach to its design compared to other BenQ models on this list. The curved all-white device is significantly smaller and comes without the orange flourish of more expensive models. Everything feels solid and secure though, which is excellent news considering this is a projector you can take on the go. Features. While testing this unit, we found that it is very quick to set up, and then you have access to modes that take into account some wall colors and adjust the picture accordingly. The built-in speakers are passable if there's no option of plugging into a sound system. That short-throw picture is also perfect for smaller spaces, and the system even offers a range of different wall color options to get that picture just right wherever you are. Both focus and zoom options are manual here, but easy to get set up quickly, and the plentiful ports keep things flexible as well. You'll find 2 HDMI, a USB, a mini USB, and VGA connection options. Number 1. XGIMI Halo Plus. The BenQ model above is an excellent portable option, but the XGIMI Halo Plus takes things to a whole new level. It's off the beaten track manufacturer-wise, but it punches well above its weight and price tag to offer great performance at home and on-the-go design. At just 1.6 kilograms, the Halo Plus will easily slip into a bag, and the hard black plastic feels like it will stand up well to transportation, although it is a surprise that there isn't a carry case included. The device itself is a tall, narrow box with curved edges to give it the air of an Echo device from years ago. It's small enough to be held in a single hand comfortably, though it will still take up a fair chunk of your backpack. With a sleek silver chassis and stand built in, it looks and feels far more expensive than it is. Features: boasting a bright 1080 picture, quick auto keystone and focus, and a very decent battery life of almost 3 hours. Its spec list starts off strongly. However, we also found that it is also bright enough to watch in daylight at home or even outside, and by dusk we got huge images that belie the small size of the unit.